With the Bihar elections now done and dusted, the battle has seamlessly moved to the next big state, West Bengal, which will vote in the summer of 2021. As the poll bugle is sounded, the Trinamool Congress is looking to retain the state for the third term, while the BJP, emboldened by its Bihar success, is looking to get another state in its kitty. But how much of the politics that worked in Bihar will work in Bengal? Well, here are 5 key takeaways from the Bihar elections that parties must keep in mind as they prepare for battleground Bengal. In the Bihar elections, incumbent Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's party, the JDU, came in at 3rd position behind its junior alliance partner going into the elections, the BJP. While it is clear that Kumar, who was the chief ministerial face of the alliance, was facing a major anti-incumbency wave, factors like the union government's handling of the lockdown and the migrant crisis, joblessness and economic stagnation did not affect the BJP's votes. This is reminiscent of the 2016 West Bengal elections, where massive governance issues like a flyover collapse, the Narda and the Sarda scam did not stop the Trinamool Congress from coming back to power with a thumping majority. However, this time they face a stronger and more organized opposition. It is clear that both the BJP and the Trinamool have made and want to make this a Mamta versus Modi battle, hoping to capitalize on the personality power that both bring. However, the Bihar elections have made it clear that while Modi's name may work with the electorate, when it comes to issues, they will vote for state-centric issues as opposed to national-centric ones when it comes to the assembly polls. Like in Bihar and Bengal too, the BJP does not have a chief ministerial face. The party will therefore have to ride on the Modi-Shah and anti-incumbency factor. The trouble for the BJP comes in the form of the left Congress, which will split the anti-incumbency votes. The BJP's strong focus on Sushashan as well as attacks on Lalu's Jungle Raj seems to have worked. With 10 years of the Mamta government's shortcomings to pick on, it will do them well to bring the focus back on the rot in the TMC. This especially since the Trinamool, like the RJD, will look to keep the election governance-centric in the face of the BJP's increasing religious polarization. The Bihar elections also showed that when the left sticks to the issues of the grassroots, it reaps electoral dividends. Taking from this success, the left needs to restructure its organization in Bengal and also tap into its youth base to find younger, more credible leaders. With the BJP focusing on communal polarization and the Trinamool trying to balance between secularism and soft Hindutva, there is a large space for policy-based campaigns that the left can capitalize on. Remember, in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, a large section of traditional left voters were said to have voted for the BJP as an alternative to Mamta Banerjee. The left needs to reclaim that space, not just for the election but also to script its revival in the state. Muslim, Dalit and OBC voters played a key role in the Bihar elections. The percentage of Muslim voters in Bengal at 27% is much higher than the 16.9% in Bihar. But the Trinamool can find solace from the fact that in much of Bihar, Muslims stuck to the Mahagathbandhan, which, like the Trinamool, is seen as a centrist entity that has been kind to Muslims. But the rise of the AIMIM should worry the Trinamool, especially with their chief Asaduddin Owaisi stating that the party is looking to make a foray into Bengal. AIMIM has done well in the Simanchal region, which borders Bengal and has many Muslims of Bengali origin. This could make it a threat to the Trinamool in the adjoining districts of Bengal. For the Trinamool, the religion card is now a double-edged sword. While they have to ensure that the Hindus don't completely vote for the BJP, they also have to ensure that the Muslims don't seek a better alternative. In the past, women voters have tended towards the Trinamool and the party has also made a concerted effort to win their vote. Schemes like Konyashri and Ruposhri, flagship schemes of the Mamta government, have helped the Trinamool win women votes in 2016 and 2019. In 2019, 40.5% of the Trinamool's candidates were women. While the BJP has made inroads in all other electoral groups, the women vote remains strongly with the Trinamool. If the BJP wants to replicate its Bihar success, it must take a lesson from how women voters swung the election and focus on the same in Bengal as well.